How it feels to go back to work after your lunch break. I, who live my best life during a lockdown, hear about hantavirus. Come on, do something. We have identified hentai virus patient 0. Tall 6'5" guy randomly trash talks you on the street when you are alone. Tall 6'5" guy randomly hurts your girlfriend in some way. Literally any other greedy rich CEO Dutch bag with a yacht. I packing hate you, and I hope your company goes bunk-wrapped one day. At your service, my king. Global economy. AI. Global economy. Asian parents, keep your packing passion out of your career. I'm pregnant. Okay, we got this. 1 year later. Problem? Can I administer my own anesthesia? Sure, knock yourself out. Guys, I can't buy beef anymore because it's too expensive. Just eat chicken, bro. Just eat chicken, bro. Scientists. Guys, the hentai virus isn't that contagious. Me getting flashback of the COVID patch updates. Wife. Grow up. You can't believe everything you read on the internet. Me. I don't need this. There are local singles in my area dying to meet me. Eat crayons for your health. White. To strengthen the immune system. Red. To improve heart and blood health. Green. To purify with detoxification. Yellow. To improve happiness. Orange. To lower inflammation. Purple. To protect the nervous system. This is how I feel waking up next to my cat in the morning. Looking through the list of reasons folk oppose the use of nuclear energy, trying to hide the pain of realizing they are some form of misinformation. Me handing a very specific problem no one else has. Google Chat GPT, deleted user on Reddit 12 years ago. Girls with Time Machine, 2019. OMG, you are so pretty. No, you are prettier. Boys with Time Machine, 2019. I need you to buy 128 gigabytes DDR5 RAM ASAP. Okay. Judge, I'm dropping all your charges. Me. Thanks, I won't do it again. My lawyer. When you used to beat your younger brother, but he grew up. Billionaires when they hear living wage and their eyes immediately stop working. My girlfriend waiting for me to get home so she can ask who Jessica is from my 2014 Instagram likes. I'm so glad we only live once. I can't do this again. Having a bad day, cortisol high, seeing my wife, cortisol low. That one packing movie where you keep adjusting the volume because the dialogue are too quiet, but the background music is loud as hell. When you drink water after a long time, and your upper body tells you that it's the greatest gift it has ever received. Japanese people are so respectful. Also, Japanese people staring at a passerby that's not the same race as them. I need a brain transplant. Change my mind. Realization. Poor people when they lose their house because of unemployment. 'Tis but a scratch. Rich people when their yacht gets delivered 2 days late. See? God hates me. Wars, inflation, global crisis, hantavirus. Voss watching Jason try to solo 10 honey badgers with a knife. Okay, that is the definition of insanity. Become unmanageable. This is what happens when you watch the local news and finish with international news. Someone sends me a screenshot, the actual content I am supposed to focus on, their battery percentage. The world trying to contain the hantavirus onto the boat. Me, if I saw the boat. Hand sanitizer, welcome to hell. I only said that I thought it was time to go through her bookshelves and donate the ones she doesn't read. On one, Himalayans in the salt game. Your kid when the front door is open. When you're in your 20s and hear there's another virus going around. Why this gotta happen during my MFEN shut. My typical ancestor survives to adulthood through outbreaks of smallpox, diphtheria, cholera, measles, as the only one out of 10 siblings. Me gets folded by common cold. Brother, how do we greet these newcomers to our clan? Guilt and bully them to the point they will want nothing to do with us. Splendid. I hate whatever store that sold her a Sharpie. Telling my crush I have feeling for her. Suffering in silence. Me. Getting a packing cold. Having fun in summer. Me hearing about the hentai virus, wondering where all the cat girls are. Sometimes I'm late just because I stay like this for a long time. Stop fear-mongering every sickness or draw 25. Redditors. If you pop in an elevator, you take your shut to another level. Deep thoughts with the deep. Me. I can handle my liquor. I ain't no lightweight. Me after one hard lemonade. Americans, Asians. Countries when signing off treaties. Also the same countries, but towards Montreal Protocol. Class of 2020 when they realize they won't be the only generation without a graduation. Conspiracy theorists are anticipating news about the spread of hantavirus. Me trying to get something out of my dog's mouth. Hey man, can you tell me what the time is? Get the pack back. Laughing at a funny image/video. Reading the comments, it's AI. Hey weeb, how come you never married? Because I like to watch hentai too much. You could be married and still watch a lot of hentai. I didn't know that. When I finally say screw it and go to therapy, and my therapist shows me ways to look at my life that I had never thought about before, I don't understand. He wasn't supposed to. When you get hantavirus, but it was worth it because those rare birds were truly unmatched. When they Google it, and you're right. Poseidon surfacing from the North Sea for the first time since 2008 to personally refund Stan, 29, in Preston the 3.40 pounds. He was overcharged at a premier in-breakfast buffet, an act of divine intervention which inadvertently triggers a tectonic event rendering Preston uninhabitable for the next 300 years. Satisfied, Stan has since moved to Bury. He rates the Premier Inn 3 stars. My Axio Work Shopify operator, coder, daily assistant, product manager, dead. Shiny hunters taking down 6,000 universities during finals week. Where's my Bitcoin? John Connor was able to prevent Judgment Day, but at what cost? Expectations. Reality. Mom, we climb 3,550 steps tomorrow. Our spiritual journey begins. At this point, why don't they just do home delivery blessings and build cable cars? More visitors, more donations, more revenue. An acting career. Me. Possible death threats from crazed fans. Walmart officially calls end to self-checkouts at one store as it plans to remodel 650 locations. Introverts everywhere. I have no idea if nuclear is a good idea. No, nuclear energy is a must. No, nuclear energy will cull us all. I have no idea if nuclear is a good idea. Sleeping at 11 p.m. like a normal person. Sleeping at 4 a.m. Engineering your sleep schedule in patches around Claude's rate limit reset so you wake up with full messages. What the urinal sees when someone pisses in it. What the toilet sees when someone takes a shut on them. Teacher, AI can't replace thinking. Me asking AI to think with me. When I am alone, and I finally can wear a dress without my family noticing. Bro once said, "Don't wake up to watch the sunrise. Wake up earlier and let the sun watch you rise." Darn. God watching you being a good person while he gives all the money and power to cannibal necrophiliac pedophiles. Gas is packing expensive, and there's possible a new pandemic amongst other terrible shit that's going on. They're releasing the ET files tomorrow. When's your birthday? 8 of May, 1926. You're 100? Yeah, happy birthday. White supremacy seized. No! White is the superior race, and therefore can enslave blacks because that is the natural order. Ancient Romans, nah, any race can be enslaved with the right mindset and attitude. When you tell your mom at 11:59 p.m. about the school project due tomorrow that was assigned days ago. What if we aren't the only intelligent species in the universe? What would they be like? Let's see. They'd need to be good at problem solving and to have advanced communication skills, a social structure, self-awareness, the ability to fly, that goes without saying, and a strong beak, of course. How could you do anything intelligent without a strong beak? Another virus? Hantavirus. Wait, we can reuse all the COVID-19 memes. This new generation is so sensitive, MFS, when they have to share a bathroom with black people. When you know bro is into dominant femboy, furry, sweaty paw job, yif, but you can't prove it just yet. Controlling an AI species 1,000 times smarter than us will be easy. We'll just their solution. That room is full of people with hantavirus. That one dyslexic guy who misread it as hentai virus. Knowing without a doubt the red button is the correct one to push. Finally understanding you just supported the death of millions of children, the elderly, and special needs folks. When you wake up the next day, throat hurting after your 7-day cruise. Wi-Fi drops by 1 bar, YouTube video quality. Walmart receipt. At least someone remembered my birthday. You need the government. The government needs me. This is Baby Knife. She's gonna pack you in the face now. When you are an English speaker, but know enough Spanish to understand the joke. More dinner for less dinero. The more secure you want my computer password to be, the more guaranteed I am to just write that shut on a very not secure post-it note. There's a spider. It's a jumping spider. When a deaf person wins an auction, I've won, but at what cost? Me still not figuring out how it stopped the sound stuttering on my new 4K TV. When Pinocchio starts roasting you but his nose doesn't grow. OpenAI. No, don't say thank you to the robbed. You're wasting much electricity bill. Hey, thanks man, appreciate your work. Chat GPT. Beep. Boop. My ancestors, who fought mammoths and slept 4 hours if they were lucky, watching me fight with a stranger on the internet. MFs who read the terms and conditions, me who accidentally sold my soul to Adobe in paragraph 43B. The phone moves 0.0001 centimeters before taking a photo. The photo. Me thinking about what my life could have been if I wasn't dumb and insecure in my 20s. The IRS agents trying to find my undeclared income. My broke ace $200 away from living on the streets. My cat when there's no food in his bowl. Me trying to make a post to prove a point that's been bugging me. Also me asking if it's worth it. Shot my first turkey. Scared the shut out of everyone at the grocery store. Grape juice. Grape juice after yeast has converted its sugar into a toxin. Me, meow, meow, my cat, wondering why I just insulted his entire bloodline and called him a catty. When someone leaves a 1-star review on Amazon with the package never arrived. There is no Windows 9, there is no iPhone 9, and there is no Mario Kart 9. The upcoming week, me enjoying the last few hours of my weekend. How are the United States still loved by so many people if the internet managed to popularize many of its problems? How Dollar General employees be when you pull up. Yahoo in Japan, Yahoo everywhere else. 2020, Plague Inc. evolved. 2025, War Thunder. Me in my room fighting my imaginary villain with all the martial arts I learned from the movies I watched. Download Kilo Code or draw 25. Stubbornly inefficient developers. Me watching the actors of protagonist and antagonist be friends in real life. Yes, I got pregnant after having a train ran on me. Don't care how y'all feel about it. If it's a boy, name it Thomas, please. I'm gonna talk to my mom. 2013, he fell in love with AI. 2025, can't wait to tell Chat GPT about my day. When your logic actually makes sense, but everyone else is too careless to understand it, so they decide to make you look like the stupid one. Me opening my favorite GIFs on Discord only for 76% of them to never load. Any normal person when you laugh at something unfunny. People when you laugh at anything remotely unfunny. Showing classic films for the love of cinema. Showing classic films for the love of popcorn sales. Parents when the child they micromanaged and offered constructive criticism to for 18 years grows up to be a socially anxious, dysfunctional adult with no personality, dreams, or hobbies. When she farts like your first cellmate and you start missing him. When I get into my parents' new car, inhales, dies. A 45-minute nap should set me straight. 4 hours later. When you look for a solution online, but it turns out you're the only one with that problem. What if I am the pet and my human is the owner? Fan games don't hurt your revenue, Nintendo. Correctly explaining a solution to a problem. Nobody understood a thing you said. How it feels to play 3-word story with your friends. When you have money left over after paying rent. What we cousins think we are gonna do in a family wedding. What we actually do. You can't recognize a song from 2 emojis. Me. Only country where healthcare isn't a human right. Only country with a bomb that can destroy Iran bunkers. Donating quietly with your own billions. Starting a charity so others can donate while you get tax breaks. Normal Winnie the Pooh, tuxedo Winnie the Pooh. Told my wife she was drawing her eyebrows too high. She looked surprised. How mild animals look down on humans knowing humans can't eat raw meat. How my dog looks at me begging for something that will literally cull her. Tinder adds height preferences, short kings, lie. When you see someone get stung by a jellyfish at the beach. Human babies got entire hospital to take care and are wrapped around a cozy towel after being born. Bird babies got protective nest hidden inside trees. Meanwhile, giraffe babies. When you turn on live streaming for 0 viewers and call yourself a streamer. Finding a girl to pack is a lot like mini golf. You want the perfect hole, but normally just end up with your balls bouncing off some hippo's teeth. Everyone, stop raising prices for games. Gaming companies. You know what? I'm gonna start raising prices even harder. Dragging me to huge parties against my will. My mom, why do you hate parties so much? They say toddlers are too young to wear makeup, but hear me out. Barber, your hair is really long. That's why I'm here. Finally achieves financial stability. Wife files for divorce. Bilinguals when a website is automatically translated for them. Friends, you give the best relationship advice, but you single. How is possible? Me. Coaches don't play. Learning about historical events. Being in historical events. This could be us, but white people forced us to live like this. Criminals in Metropolis unloading their entire clip into the guy who is literally bulletproof. Me, a non-native speaker, watching native speakers confuse. They're there and there. I think I need a hearing aid. Describe the symptoms. Homer's a fat guys. His wife, Marge, has blue hair. His son, Bart, gets into trouble. The game story wasn't very good. Looks inside, has skipped all the cutscenes. Guys literally only want one thing, and it's maple syrup foot job from a goth girl under the table at Denny's. Life is expensive, things are getting worse, the world is burning. OMG, haha, silly cat videos on the internet. Me and a friend waiting for all the genders to show up so we can use the all-gender restroom. We've only got 2 so far. One of my Twitch subs got me a Tesla. Just spent $70,000 just to be called one of my Twitch subs. I'm never gifting anything ever again. They finally called a professional to fix the ice cream machine. Dogs win fireworks, deaf dogs. 3-year-old me when the waiter calls me sir. 2020, the Chinese are taking all our jobs. 2024, AI is taking all our jobs. 2025, the Chinese AI is taking all our jobs. Me enjoying a quiet day, some random dude revving his motorcycle engine. Uses sunscreen to avoid skin cancer. Gets cancer from rare benzene contamination in sunscreen. Is told 1984 is a cautionary tale about censorship, brainwashing, and control. Looks inside, mostly pawn. Her thinking she peed on me hoping she'll do it again. There's a dog behind you. What does he look like? Me, discounted games on Steam. Free games on Epic Game Store. Should I come inside or you're coming outside? Auto 1080p manually clicking on 1080p. Battlemaster. I run up to the wizard and use bait and switch, and then goading attack on the ogre. Wizard at 3 hit points. You versus the guy she told you not to worry about. You see something that you want to record. Your phones get stuck in your pocket, and the moment passes by. Me thinking of something else completely while I'm being talked to. Store doesn't open until 8 a.m. Old people at 6:38. Hilo. People who talk to everyone. People who don't talk to strangers. People who don't talk to their pets. Your entire family is sick except you. They start making you do all the chores for them. Less salary with good sleep is better than huge salary with bad sleep. Me with bad salary and bad sleep. Me in resume, I am a team player. Me when my coworker wishes me good morning. Rioters looting Apple stores and other fancy stores. Bookstore owners. P.S. PS2 with 32 megabytes RAM, PS4 with 8 gigabytes RAM, PS5 with 16 gigabytes RAM. The reason there are so many safety precautions now is because a lot of kids didn't survive all the things that you claim you did in your childhood. Boomers and Gen X. The teacher lets the students work on the assignment in partners. The teacher says, "Who I've assigned." Did you get Oblivion remastered? Yes. What did it cost? 4 other games. I've finally found it after 15 years. The Scroll of Truth. Got you good. Yeah. The YouTube CEO when you block an ad about catching little anime girls. How I look at the person giving me instructions after I disassociate at the most important part. You have been called to serve your country. Me. Maybe the real Jeffrey Epstein client list, we're the friends we made along the way. Asked for a sign what I should do today and looked up. You finished the test 10 minutes early. The smartest guy in the class is still solving and seems to be panicking and stressed. YouTube video, YouTube ad. Corporations after replacing the S in their band names with a Z. Welcome to downtown Coolsville. They told me I could be anything I wanted, so I became a god. End of the Sith Order. Qui-Gon securing Anakin's freedom from slavery. About to spice up family takeout high with some emotional damage cookies. You're beyond help. Unfortunate cookies. 9.99 pounds. Africa before $2.6 trillion in aid. Africa after $2.6 trillion in aid. Pro-choice people summoning the worst arguments for the worst political opinion. When you get fired from the clock factory after all the extra hours you put in. How the genie looks at me when I demand for vagues to make a sound when aroused, just like bellies do when hungry. Is it cool if I reach out to your hot friend? My friend that doesn't give a pack. Nap time and spankings, as a child, as an adult. When your dream is about to reach the best part and you're enjoying it. The alarm clock in real life. Millennial, tell me the truth. I'm ready to hear it. Having friends you can meet in person is way better than any online friend. When you hit the pause button at the wrong moment. How I feel after writing, etc., knowing darn well I ran out of examples. When someone asks me about directions in the city I lived in my whole life. Me eating 200 Oreos after realizing a single Oreo has 1 gram of protein each. Fitness is my passion. You struggling to sleep after being rude to your friend. Corrupt leaders after ruining their country and culling thousands. When you're sleeping, but your alarm didn't ring yet, but the amount of sleep you're getting is suspicious. You find a great Mario World ROM hack with a great story and beautiful artwork. It's a Kaizo hack only meant for speedrunners. People born in 30 will be 1995 this year. When she says she uses OnlyFans, but there's an AC unit at her house. Liar. Someone. That won't work. Me after it works. Facts. Games don't need better graphics nor story. They need better gameplay. Boys when they see depressed girl. Girls when they see depressed girl. Boys when they see depressed boys. Girls when they see depressed boys. When they respond with better sarcasm instead of being offended. The OT Sim Spectre or something. Me who doesn't believe in ghosts. Friend. Hey bro, can you lend me $200? I will return it in 3 days. Me. I have played these games before. Indiana Jones getting knocked out in a Naz boxing match 30 times in a row. I didn't hear no bell. When the cake recipe says put 1 whole egg in it. When you come home after work and you need to do house chores, I'm tired, boss. Congratulations, you've graduated college. Where will you go next? Me. I don't know. I never thought I'd get this far. Nobody put British people? It's a ginger cat. When autocorrect messes up the word you've spelled right 3 times, it is a gift. When you realize you've been reading with your eyes but not your brain for the last 3 pages. When someone says thank you and you're stuck between you're welcome and no problem, so you say your problem. Watching my investments go extinct due to some old people's ego. What if mirror is a door to another dimension, but whenever you try to cross it, your other half stops you? A good animated movie with serious themes and dark scenes. An animated movie with pop jokes and fart jokes. Modern animated movies. Silly liberal, if you wear a dress, you're a girl. I'm a trans girl. Just because you wear a dress doesn't mean you're a girl. When your mom meets a friend at the supermarket, this little maneuver is gonna cost us 51 years. You be on the toilet 30 minutes fighting for your life just to have this come out. Me checking my phone at 4:20 to see if the battery is at 69%. I've longed to observe such an event. Beginning of somebody I used to know. Anxiety. My kids psyching themselves up first thing in the morning to pack up my day. British people when someone say orange cat. Pulling down her pants and staring at her nuts like Pirate Software opening his subscriber count this last week. Holy Christ, there's nothing left. Meet Flash, the fastest man on Earth, but every supervillain is faster than him. Me showing the new person at work how to do things I don't even know how to do myself. Bitcoin is $116,000. My boss, why? Where you late? Me, watch your mouth. Okay, son, you can marry my daughter, Derpadina, but I want to know where you work. I work at Happy Cow, sir. Very good, but what exactly you do there? I keep the cow happy, sir. When you finish the 4-ounce water cup the flight attendant gave you and are still thirsty. Plan to eat healthy. Go to the grocery store. Buy a cart full of snacks. Buy a cart full of snacks. Shogun sets record for most Emmy wins in a single season with 18. I should probably watch that, says me, who's probably never going to watch it due to not having enough time in my day. Video game story on easy difficulty. Video game story on hardest difficulty. This is the same phone they released last year. Car manufacturer. POV, average day in Barnsworth. I am Speed, I am Steve. NFTs. Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. Flappy Bird. Regina trying to figure out cyberpsychosis. And V, try not to kill them. V mowing down enemies by hacking them with cyberpsychosis. Nuclear facepalm. When the fail is so epic, it blows your mind, literally. Therapist. Pharrell Farrell isn't real. He can't hurt you. Farrell. This is what I mean when I say, let's play FIFA. Mid-Autumn Festival fans, when Busan Autumn Festival comes in. Checks weather app, sunny all day. Steps outside without an umbrella. Sky. Immediately starts pouring rain. Whales are fish. Whales aren't fish. Whales are fish. When the food packaging says serves 3 to 4 people, the fat controller laughed. You are wrong. World War II rages on. Disney animators. Finds an octillery washed up. Random fisherman. What that mouth do? New games during school. New games during summer break. Transformers One's writing, animation, and fight choreography teams. The marketing team. Cute art style artist on their way to write most pain in the Oz manga ever made. The EMT coming on to shift. The guy blowing by at 120 miles per hour. Power scalers whenever they see bad writing. Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, St. Patrick's Day, Easter. 3rd grade, me looking at my parents yelling at me. What is 3 times 2 on my homework for the 24th time? Lost media fans when I steal their TV. Me watching someone correct false information with more false information. How I feel after finding my teacher's Facebook account. The face of regret after making a bad as reply online. And coming up with a better one after a walk. Me. That one thing I said back in middle school. When the edibles kick in and buzz the light year out of you. Therapist. Our dreams have meaning. My dreams at 3 a.m. Ask him how it feels to always get his sloppy seconds. James Earl Carter. Remember this son, Jimmy Carter. Dying is gay. When you want to go back to bed, but you have to wait outside the bathroom to make sure the toilet stops running this time. Them. You can't raise minimum wage cause if you do, people will lose their jobs and inflation will be on the rise. People getting laid off and inflation rising anyway. Them. Chinese family resorting to desperate measures during MAO's Great Leap Forward, colorized. Mental health awareness. We've tried nothing, and we're all out of ideas. I've decided I'm going to have a good day today. The universe. Fitbit. Your period is predicted to start today. Instagram. Look at my new boyfriend. Twitter. I can't get a boyfriend. Reddit. My 21F boyfriend, 53 boyfriend forbids me from going into the basement and has a sock drawer full of missing women's driver's licenses, AITA, for being uncomfortable. The wedding is in 3 hours. Getting invited to an unnecessary meeting. Tell me shy. Oh, you're like me when I was a cake. Remake old classics. Remake bad movies. Hollywood. The fastest things on Earth. Cheetah, airplane, speed of light. Bots in a Reddit post's statistics. Bathroom mirror. Bedroom mirror. Me telling my 9-year-old brother how babies are actually made. But no man, that I scares fear. Dyslexia. It me thing. When the kid next to me gives the same answer that I was going to give, but it was wrong. My ideas for applications, my coding skills. Better days are coming. They are called Saturday and Sunday. How I feel. When I fix something, awesome game idea could make lots of money. Me with no coding skills. Women arrested for stealing the Uber driver's car because he was driving too slow to the airport. When you've cooked him dinner and he asks, "All right, girl, what's for dessert?" When your coworker comes back after passing his surprise drag test. I thought I'd lost you, boy. The moment you realize you can speak 14 languages. Girls after masturbate. OMG, that was so fun. Boys after masturbate. Looking back, my life has been nothing but failures. When you finally spend the night with the quiet and shy girl, me getting ready for work when there's a chick selling her farts in jars for $50,000 a week. Once I became a parent, I finally understood the scene where Yoda gets so tired of answering Luke's questions, he just dies. My parents are taking the news of my career change well, LOL. A hand model for bourbon? Are you insane? It's $100,000 a year, LOL. I would like to apologize for my earlier comments. Remember, the goal is not to win, but to have fun. The Army. Y'all trying to save 15% or not? Position 426. IDK. I never done this before. Should I just start kissing her? Why is she staring at me like that? I remember when I was a kid, I could go to the store with $1 and come home with 3 bags of chips, 2 candy bars, 6 packs of Starburst, and a cold drink. Nowadays, they got cameras. You are Batman. Who told you? My houseplant's watching me put water in the coffee maker. Dear girlfriends and wives, please hang your wigs where the kids can't reach. It was at this moment Louis realized why Rob bought him lunch every day for the past 2 years. How does he put on his shirt? He has 4 fingers and you are talking about shirt. He has no space for brain in his head and you are talking about his fingers. His eyebrows hangs in the air and you talking about brain. One of the most terrifying experiences in life is when this turns into that. Being 30 in the 80s, being 30 in 2024. How do you greet a woman? Grope them by the ass and ask, what's shaking, baby? When you come across a manga you read long ago, so you check to see if the author is still active. It doesn't matter, George. We were calling from the past. So I just want to make sure you are doing okay. Don't look up comic dubs in 2024, worst mistake of my life. In nature, beneficial relationships such as this one are not uncommon. Here a bird is cleaning the hide of a hippo and whispering important messages in its ear. You're fat and no one likes you. When you're mad at Bay and he's about to make a smile, but you're trying to stay mad. This is 2010 and you've just created your first Facebook account. Me looking at the menu, knowing damn well I'ma get the same thing I always get. Dear Black Friday, we all have big TVs now. Put them groceries on sale. Germany tells strategy. Austria, Hungary. I like your funny words, magic dude. Clothes too dirty for the closest, but too clean for the laundry? Welcome to the chair. Me after someone says something mean to me, knowing I'm a sensitive baby. When you see someone get their food, but you ordered before them. Start every day with a smile. Me. When you wake up in the morning, booting in insecure. Me realizing soon we'll be back in the times when we hear all I want for Christmas is you everywhere we go. My name is Harry Potter. Hello, Harry Potter. My name is ChatGPT. It took me 3 minutes to understand that the carpet is not flying. Me after buying digital content. A lifetime of ownership. Do I own this forever? When someone explains something to you 3 times and you still have no idea what's going on. Me at the job I once begged God for. That moment when you find the perfect avocado at the supermarket. Most pets live their entire lives as Bergens, not on my watch. My son. Me struggling with my bills. The 2 dollars from his piggy bank. People who say white people have no culture mean settlers, or they've never been to Europe in their lives. Lot of culture there. It's interesting how, when a man makes good money, he feels the need to spoil his woman. But when a woman makes good money, she feels like she doesn't need a man. Teachers when someone was bullying you, I sleep. Teachers when you having fun, real sheet? Sometimes I just zone out like this. I wish I was a kid again so everyone would be proud of me for taking a long nap. When you hear the song you use as a morning alarm in public, young waitress does her job and smiles. Old dudes, I still got it. Gen Z lawyer, objection, Your Honor, the defendant is capping. Gen Z judge, overruled, let him cook. Paper straw in a plastic wrap. Environment. The struggle. What you see in the toilet. After. How being too nice feels like. Dogs 300 years ago. I killed all the wolves and ate the liver of a fox that wanted to steal food from our home. Dogs now. You changed my food and now I have diarrhea. Me who did all the side quests first. The first boss. You may be old, but are you this old? When you do something really bad in a dream, but then you wake up and realize it's all fine. Yes, your YouTube is down too. No, please don't call 911. We can't fix it. That's a joke, right? No, we're serious. We don't know how to fix it. Maybe there is a YouTube video on how to do... Wait. Nobody. Older siblings. We found you here. Was that post about me? Well, no, but... When you don't want to get up and pee because you're comfy, but you can't sleep because you gotta pee. When someone calls instead of messaging, I wanted to be nice, so I meowed back at my cat. Not sure of what I said, but she's been staring at me like this. When you get a Zoom invite, but it's just you, your boss, and HR. When someone you don't know touches you. Let's split up, gang. Scoob Shaggy, you check the basement, and I'll help the girls upstairs. When you can't let the cat out because he might invade Poland. Waitress, who wants dessert? 12-year-old me knowing I'm not paying the bill. I told Otis to stay away from B, but he didn't listen. Now he's out here looking like the Kardashians. I work at a bank, and this lady came in with a $150,000 check. And to make conversation, I was like, oh wow, I wish I had one of these. Then she did, as was like, it's a life insurance check. I would rather have the person. Restaurant. Kids under 10 eat free. Dad, he's 9. Me. Dad, I'm 21. Dad, I said we 9 today. When your advertising interrupts my video, it just makes me hate your product. HT girl making millions because everyone hates her. Task failed successfully. Oh, come on. You just hate HT girl because she did more with the most effortless, casual, mildly sensual comment than you, showing your shaved bat hole to the whole world. Oh, are you still in your lingerie phase? LOL, don't worry, you'll get there. Guys, I honestly don't know WTF to do when I'm finally on my own again. He looked down on Bear and said, soon you won't remember anything. Your name, your superpowers, you won't even remember your dying. Me staring at my parents after the greatest joyful moments of field trip ruined by their stupid politic argument. Seasonal depression lurking in wait for that first snowflake. Do not fear, child. The theory of evolution is so stupid. How could anyone say we evolved from apes? We are still apes. Guys with mall queen lifted trucks are like me, who barely plays game, but still upgrade my PC. I get it now. When your friend is having a cough and wants to share his food with you, but you are an introvert and have OCD. How it feels to be into a new favorite piece of media and then forget about it 20 days later. Driving in the opposite lane, not stopping in red lights, driving faster than speed limit. Give me the most despicable Marvel being. More despicable. Perfectly logical. It's just whiskey, right? But it's Jack Daniels. What happened to him? Oh, that's a Rihanna fan waiting for her new album. Everyone else. People with lactose intolerance, eating dairy. I fear no man, but that thing, it scares me. When you want to get in shape, but life is so hard. My brain, after 3 hours of sleep, telling me to put my hand in the boiling water. He is just a friend. You don't need to worry about him. Him. Teacher, what's so funny? Me. Nothing. My brain. Congruent. How I look in the bedroom mirror. How I look in the bathroom mirror. How I look in the reflection of a random train window passing by. Are you injured? Visit a hospital. Just eat something. I love a "this is us" type girl. Like, yes, babe, we are those two hash browns. Humans and other primates develop hands to grab things. Other animals. Bright future. Talented, intelligent child. Bright future. Talented, intelligent child. Unrestricted access to internet. When you think you've lost your phone, but you're actually using it. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture. Come on, just let me create one thing. Oh, for Pete's sake, fine, jackpot. When I'm grading my last test and my A student has a different answer than me. Your friends, after you got really packing drunk at the party last night, look at this photograph. Entertainment companies banking on streaming be like, me hearing Elon Musk say his robots will walk my dog and babysit my kids while I work. Your order is out for delivery, me. No, you used 8 seconds of copyrighted music. Now I have to ban you. If you tag it NSFW, you can do whatever the hell you want. I joked about a vintage science kit for being old. It was made the same year that I was born. Me not knowing how to do something. 14-year-old kid on YouTube with an 8-bit mic explaining exactly how to do it with ease. When your 6 tape gets leaked but it has the tag Big Deck, I've won. But at what cost? You know who asked for this? Nobody. Nobody asked for this. Peace and security. Leaders all around the globe agree on universal symbol of peace. When you wake up from a dream that is 100,000 times better than your current life. The whole restaurant when someone orders a fajita. When you hear your mom call you by your full name. Binge drinking. Education. College students. Did you just take both pills? Me. Buys an expensive gym membership to impress my girlfriend. Her. Leaves me for a cute, soft palm boy. Spooky season is here. Time to get into character. When you get to know what caramel is simply melted sugar. My profile picture, me in person. Dinosaurs watching from heaven Asteroids missing to hit Earth every time. When a mumble rap fan complains, what they can't understand the lyrics in your metal song. If the White House address is 1,600, then they should change it to Washington, MDC. He's out of line, but he's right. Doctors, when they can't figure out a patient's condition, mental illness. My Uber took 2 wrong turns and I damn near had a panic attack. Nigga seen it all on my face. He was like, him, you okay? Me, you took 2 wrong turns. Him, yay, it's traffic. Me, oh, okay. You know females out here getting kidnapped. Him, ma'am, I don't even want my wife. Hard to swallow pills. Cheating is whatever your partner says it is. If they say corn is cheating and you do it anyway, you cheated. If you disagree, find a new partner. There's nothing wrong with that. This applies to anything. If your boyfriend says kissing your friends is cheating. If having girl/guy friends, anything. If you don't consider it cheating and don't want to stop, find a new partner. Me watching the squirrel outside my window blink my full legal name in Morse code. When your tongue punching her ham wallet and she lets a big one rip. Motivation. I tried this and my chocolates expired. Bad idea, guys. We want to thank Beyonce. 2 windows? Wow, thanks, Ryanair. I love you. My parents having a heated argument. 7-year-old me learning all the new swear words. My bed after I ate some cookies in it. Ghosts whenever they see a paranormal crew walking in. Hey girl, feel my sweater. Know what it's made of? Boyfriend material. My whole life was a lie. The only 2 that come to mind when you hear the name Sylvester. Don't drink water. After eating fish, because the water may cause the fish to swim, and then you will feel gulu gulu in her stomach. How I feel when the Trader Joe's cashier tells me what a good job I did picking out yummy things. When somebody won't stop talking to you and you're trying to be nice. 14-year-olds in anime after training for 3 weeks. I was going to use 2 straps, but I only needed 1. At least he's not cheating on you. My husband and his brother have been playing with their new lightsabers for hours. The day my husband asked me to pay halves on rent is the day I pack my bags. And go where you can't even afford half rent, mate. When 11 million broke, I have flashbacks of money I spent unnecessarily. Waiting on Halloween again, like when you find a comfortable spot at the party. You not even watching the movie. Me, yes I am. What the pack did that job do to bro? First shift of the year. Last shift of the year. I like my coffee how I like my women, without some other guys decking it. How it feels sitting there quietly watching the credits roll after having just completed a game that changes your life. That one follower that likes all your posts. My hand, my barber's deck. When the newbie at work is making mistakes, and instead of fixing them, you make the same mistakes. You know, I'm something of a retard myself. Me, can I get a 6-inch? Subway employee, yeah, sure. Me, no homo. Subway employee, what meat would you like? Me, yours. Subway employee. In an American accent, he said, my aunt is French. What British people heard and thought. When Chrome doesn't support unblock. When I try and fool around on the kids' jungle gym, do you have my phone? No, I gave it to you. When you and your girlfriend have been at the pool all day, and no one has used the bathroom. Please read carefully, as you will only be given one form to fill out. First name, John Smith. Last name. What if everyone else is just pretending to understand life better than me? 10 more minutes of sleep. Find out jelly bean making. Tired student. I don't give a pack. Behold the field in which I grow my packs. Lay thine eyes upon it, and see that it is barren. I run next-gen AI startup. I sell meme underpants online. Did you notice that after the zombie apocalypse, the men disappeared? This means that we are better than them. Okay, bro, bite a zombie and see if it turns into a human. Conflicted user, genuine content, fake content. I didn't see the northern lights, but I just like to be included. When the cat won't cuddle with me, I am your mother. Learning for exams 2 weeks in advance, starting at 2 a.m. the night before. Normally I'd have questions, but after the last 3 years, I think I'll just keep driving. When I get up to drink water at night and things get out of control, if in person you're nice and courteous, but behind your computer or phone, you're an asshole that insults people on the internet, you are not a genuine person. I name my dogs Rolex and Rado. Why? They are watchdogs. Therapist. You need to open up more. Me. I can't. Therapist. Why not? Me. Let me visualize it for you. Verbal argument with my mom. Mom. You're the worst kid in history. Me watching a Menendez documentary to see how much worse I am in comparison. Me offering Julius Caesar a glass of orange Fanta because I didn't know what else to do with the time machine. The craziest part from Home Alone was that Kevin got all those groceries for $19. Me reading all 394 comments of 2 random strangers arguing. Nobody. Babies in church. Me. I'm not drinking tonight. Me 2 hours later. Me. Pack. Old lady who has been saying the most vile shit since the 1940s. When you have no life experiences or achievements. Alex, former child. Me in 2089 watching Gen Delta complain about studying COVID-19, recession, World War III, and the alien invasion. When you're losing a fight on the internet, but the other guy makes a grammatical mistake. Me listening to my friend's breakup story. My future son looks like a South Park character. Me. If you need me, call me no matter what time it is. I'll be there for you. Also me. You know it's serious when even SpongeBob is evacuating. Guys will see this and just think, hell yeah. A 99-year-old man divorced his 96-year-old wife after having been married for 77 years because he discovered an affair she had in the 1940s. She belonged to the nursing home. The 3 stages of growing up: young and dumb, motivated and hopeful. Pack everyone and everything. Driver, I think my oil might be low. Do you have any? Mechanic. The 4-year-old bag of frozen peas. In my freezer, watch me grab pizza rolls again. Buying YouTube Premium without ads. Reopening the video until the ads go away. Me Googling a phone number instead of answering it. When you fart and suddenly felt something warm in your pants. Oh shit, I farted, sorry. Pardon me, I had a now cough. Homework is simply unpaid overtime for kids. When your mom pulls out a photo of when you were a baby and says, "Where did my sweet baby go?" I'm almost 30 years old and I have no idea what I'm doing. Wait until you're 45 Like me, you'll be 45 and you'll still have no idea what the pack you're doing. An ice pack. The cure for every injury. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. The school nurse, they're the same picture. When you fail college but remember algebra, integral, and calculus, I'm still worthy. Me 0.000000002 seconds after taking my sleep medication. Where sleep? My parents calculating the most pivotal moment of my ranked match to tell me to pause the game. New sale on Steam. Neuron activation. Claim your free point shop items. Game company. Our next game will cost $220 US. Me as Pack. On Bumble. When her bio reads, I never text first. Eating soggy food. Putting food in my mouth and drinking right after. Children when they get candy, cake, cookies, etc. Delicious. Finally, some good packing food. Everything seems to working fine at the biscuit factory. Consoles running beautiful games. Consoles running their own shops. How to stop package theft. Google, fake package. Bing,